Push that button.
Right.
I think so. Are you ready? Are you ready, Matt?
Yep. Okay, now I'm ready.
You still remember how to do this?
Yep. I think so.
You're holding the mic wrong. No, I'm just.
I was like trying to fix it.
Okay, we're in January of 2022.
Yep.
The last time we recorded was
Last year.
yeah.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Yeah, this is the
No,
first
this year.
time Matt and I have seen each other since January 7th of 2022. Like 2 days
Do you
ago.
know the exact date? You
Well,
know the time?
Well, it's 2 days ago. So yeah.
Do you know the time?
8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Every
The
Friday at
interval.
Azul Tequila.
Dude, that was trash because I haven't played in 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
haven't played in 2 weeks. I didn't touch my vihuela and my traje. I put it all away.
I can only remember the Pasajero.
Yeah.
What manicos did you use? The zombie manicos or the Texas State manicos?
Texas State.
Use those.
And I taught myself those.
I never learned
I
that
never
one
learned it.
because I was on guitarron that semester,
Yeah.
so I never learned the armonía part.
I remember. Do you remember the first day we rehearsed it for Texas State?
It was bad.
It was bad. The only one that knew it was Juan
Yeah,
and Sam because she sang it.
yeah, that's right.
She was like, "Yeah, I got it." And she goes up to the front. And Lopez is like, "What are you doing?" He sees her just walking up. I'm gonna sing this shit.
He's like, play. She's like, wait, what?
So it was trash because Joe Frank knew it. I think
Yeah, I think he knew like a version or something.
Juan knew it because they had played it the previous semester.
Yeah, that's right. They were.
But Sammy was on vihuela that year,
Yeah.
and yeah, Juan had played it the previous year. But I remember I didn't know how to read Abajeños, and on top of that, it was handwritten,
Yeah, that's right.
so it looked like garbage on the paper. And I'm like, "What is this?"
I remember I was helping you with the rhythms. We were in the practice rooms.
I don't remember that.
I remember.
Yeah.
But I
No.
was like, Matt, like this, and you're like,
You started
2.
Gotta feel it. Gotta
I
feel
started, I
it.
started banging on your chest.
Can I do it on yours and you do it on mine? What the hell was that?
That was
Oh,
my watch. Is you got a iWatch now or Apple Watch because you switched your trader.
yes, sir. I went back.
You know, that's disappointing. Matt. That makes me feel like
That's disappointing.
betrayed and
I missed
hurt.
the FaceTime,
Get an
so I
iPad.
can FaceTime people during the gigs. Yeah.
Get an iPad Mini. Just fucking
A mini?
9-inch.
They
Yeah,
came out with another iPad.
Yeah, it's iPad Mini.
Fuck.
I'm gonna get that just so I
No.
can walk around with one and FaceTime people.
Yep. Read the lyrics off of them because that's all we do nowadays.
Oh, let's quickly look at the new regimen, right, for the Texas State Mariachi
Okay.
auditions.
Yep. Do you have a before and after? Like how it was when we auditioned?
I mean, I remember everything we had to do. I don't have like a list of it, but let's.
Who's
see.
the director now?
Oh, they updated it. So
I heard that changed.
yeah, so right as of now, Guzman is in charge of both groups,
All right.
MNG and MLO.
Hmm.
So Mike Guzman is now
A busy man.
the director. Yes. Oh, they just updated it.
How are you gonna update it right now?
Like I looked at this Friday, and now it's like it's different. Yeah, so it's
Did they
Guzman and
change the
Quintero.
font or something? Or
They changed. Well, so they were gonna have in person auditions. Now it's all video submissions.
dang.
But let's see. They have to upload it by January 15th
Yeah.
by midnight.
COVID. 6 feet.
But so the requirements. The first part you play El Son del Cuatro,
Mm-hmm.
which is another son oaxeño.
Easy money.
Baby stuff. Nah. I mean, it's like a cajon abajeño. But if
Mhm.
you don't know any abajeños at all, then
Yeah.
you're going to struggle.
If you don't know any abajeños at all, you probably don't know how to say it. Jalapeños?
The habaneros. Lopez saying my son is habaneros.
Yeah.
Habaneros.
Cheesy joke. Dad joke number 1 of the day.
Shit. So it used to be.
Sorry,
Well,
man.
just on Friday, it said play El Son del Cuatro
Mm-hmm.
and then sight read.
Right.
So they were
Like
gonna
sight
make
read
you,
whatever.
yeah, they're gonna give
they
you some
want.
random piece of music, and you're gonna have to sight read.
Mm-hmm.
We never had to do that.
No, we never had to do that.
We didn't-
That's why everybody who auditioned made E.
Shit, that's why he beat.
That's why I
Sammy.
made it.
That's why he beat Sammy.
That's not why. But
Huh?
that's not why.
Oh, that's not why he beat Sammy.
No. I don't like to talk about it because like I never thought it was fair, you know, because like
No, I mean
the reasons why he didn't make it was
yeah, no,
different.
the reasons are kind of
it was
fucked
different.
up.
Yeah, like I didn't think I was gonna make it, dude. Like if it was mano a mano,
Yeah, I mean,
I would be like,
I know we've talked about this on the podcast, but I was
demolished.
there
yeah,
for the auditions, right? And I heard both of you.
yeah,
He went in there, played
It's
it
fucking
beautifully.
clean, dude.
You went in there, you fucked
Trash.
up. You restarted.
I did.
Yeah, you messed up and you started over.
It was that bad. I blocked it out.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. You played fine, but I'm like, you fucked up halfway and you started over,
B team.
and then the results come out, and then you make it, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I said the same thing, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, the
I-
reasons are all different, but new director now for the first time in 15 years or something.
Yeah.
So-
Well, let's see who else was the director of Texas State. That's it, right? It was just him, or who?
John Lopez has been like the only like official head director.
That's right. Yeah.
Before
Because
him,
it
it
was
was
like
like
a club, right?
Yeah,
Before
like student run. Well, Bobby Lopez was like assistant at one point.
Mm-hmm.
But there's Gino. There was Mike Cital.
Ah, okay. Wow. I didn't know
Um,
he was a part of it.
Yeah, I think maybe even Carlos was director at one point, like a student director.
Right. Yeah.
So there were, but goes Lopez was the first like official like faculty
Mm-hmm.
director. So I guess he's been the only director.
Yeah.
But now there's a new one.
Well, yeah. There's a new one. Things have changed. In case you don't know, we're talking about it because we're Texas State alumni and
Yeah,
we care about it.
we were part of that.
And, yeah, we were part of it. That's funny.
So the next new thing is scales.
Yeah.
You got to play scales.
I would have been cut already.
You
I don't know my skills.
after the sight reading. I mean, how good your sight reading? Well, back then, 2015.
Sight reading, it was pretty good because that's all we did at Lehman. A lot of
Yeah.
sight reading. A lot of sight reading.
You have to play your scales, the violins. Right now, they updated it. They made it a little easier because at first it was like know all your major scales, like all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just 3-octave major scales for A, B flat, and D, and trumpets with A, E, G with arpeggios at the end. So that one, yeah, you have to play 3 rotational scales, 3 rotations and scales.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's still kind of hard. It's a B flat rotation and joropo rhythm.
Oh, hell no.
Those chords
not
don't be
too
well.
bad.
No,
It's
but
not too bad.
the chords are just so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And when are you gonna play a B flat rotational in joropo?
Joropo, depends
The only one,
who sings.
no, the only song I can think of is like La Fuente, where it goes to B flat.
Yeah, right. That's probably.
So
what
I mean,
it's for.
you do use it, but very rarely.
Yeah.
An E rotation and a son jalisciense rhythm. I mean, you never use that unless a girl
Mhm.
singing.
No, but I guess that's why he's testing.
Yeah, that's the point of this.
Yeah.
And then the F major scale in primera, segunda, tercera scale sequences in quarter notes. You're like, what?
Chinese.
What'd you call me?
I feel the same way as when people come up to me talking Spanish like really fast.
Okay. Then the guitarron has to play chromatic scales in quarter notes, ascending and descending.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Well, he wants to see all your notes.
Mm-hmm.
A B flat major scale in eighth notes, ascending and descending, and an E major scale in eighth notes, ascending and descending. These are like the hardest scales for guitarron, besides E flat.
Yeah.
Oh, and then for vocals, prepare any vocal selection of your choice. So that is different. Now you just have to sing one song. Before it used to be two.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. But the also big difference is now this is required for everybody,
Yeah.
regardless of MNG or MLO.
Mm-hmm.
So they're making it a lot more rigorous.
Yeah.
I think this version of the auditions is more of what I expected when I first came to Texas State.
Yeah.
This really will show the director if you're a complete mariachi musician.
Mm-hmm. It filters it out more, for sure.
Yeah.
It was a lot more vague, I guess. Whenever we auditioned.
Yeah. It wasn't. And that's gonna really separate the musicians. Show off your skill, because there's gonna be these kids, right, that come from these high schools that are like really really good, but they don't know even what primera, segunda, tercera means.
Yeah.
And now it's part of the audition, so they're gonna have to learn.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting how the new groups look, because now I'm sure it's gonna be very different.
Well, I don't even know who's going to Texas State and playing the mariachi right now. So
Yeah, a majority of them I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
I know Josh Garcia. He went to Lehman. He was
Josh, tall Josh.
Yeah.
Skeletor.
Yo, he got
I'm just
skinny.
kidding. Yeah.
Have you seen him lately?
Mhm.
Recently? He got
Yeah.
super skinny. And I was like, how'd you lose all this weight? He's like, I stopped eating.
Stopped eating.
He
He's
just
he's
stopped
like
eating.
working on a ranch now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. In like Smithville or some shit.
yeah. He's crazy. He comes all the way over here from there. It's like an hour drive, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, he said his family moved out there.
Yeah.
Because they bought a ranch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you drive every day from over there?
Yeah. Fuck that. If he has 8 a.m.s, I am so sorry, Josh.
Just stay over at a girl's place.
What the heck?
That's what I used to do when I had an early class. Actually, I would do that. That was nice.
I knew somebody who would go from San Antonio, and they had their 8 a.m.s. They would have to wake up at like 5 in the morning, or be on the road by like 5 in the morning.
Yeah. That was shitty. There's a girl I knew who had to do that, violin player.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We might be talking about a different one, though.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. the one that unfriended me on everything when I had a closer relationship with.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, the one, the pretzel.
What?
No, so
You know, everybody's gonna know what you're talking about now, right?
nah.
No,
I'll just cut it out if I remember. No, yeah, she would drive from San Antonio, Texas State every day, and
Nope.
I was like, damn, dude, that's. But yeah, there was a number of people that
I wouldn't do that now, especially with the traffic now.
like where you live now. I mean, where you live now to Texas State,
Oh,
it
yeah.
would be like
That's
an
bad.
hour at least.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, like, at this time versus San Marcos 2015,
Yeah,
the traffic was way better back then.
yeah, it
And
was. There was
Whoa.
the people that go to Texas State. There's that train.
Mm-hmm.
That train wasn't an issue back then. Not as much
No.
as it is now.
Now it is, but there's like a way now that there's that overpass that I wish that they had back then. They started building it when we were going.
Yeah, that sucked. If you're there while they're building it, because it backed up traffic
It was
even
bad.
more.
Like I've seen a couple road rage, and it made me laugh so much actually, the road rage.
You didn't
But
get.
it was pretty bad.
I had some people come up to me recently with some bad road rage, almost getting shot.
Yeah, I almost got shot too.
That was your
Thanks,
fault.
Oscar. How?
No. Well, you should have um, pulled your gun out.
I don't have a gun. I've only shot a gun one time.
They scare you?
The gun?
Yeah.
When they pointed at me or whenever I was shooting it?
No, when you were shooting it.
No, not really. Like it was actually it was exactly as I expected it to be.
Really?
Shooting the gun, yeah.
Did it hurt?
It
Oh,
did
sorry.
not.
My hands were hurting.
It didn't hurt. Hey,
Yo,
muchacha.
what you want?
Remember that? Muchacha. Muchacho. I miss that guy.
Who was that? Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, so there's been a lot of changes in my group recently. We were having I think this would probably
Sad
be like
face.
the fourth generation
Yeah, he could join our group.
of compadres.
Wow.
He could. You want him?
Yeah, he could join our group.
Good. That would be
Get
interesting
him a
dynamic.
job. That would be very interesting.
You guys would be able to do a lot more of those hardcore Mexican gigs.
Yeah. Dude. I'm gonna text Louis right now.
Text him right now and see if
Or replace Oscar.
he's gonna be so confused though with like a calendar.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "What's a calendar?"
I'm sure he's had one.
No,
No?
no. I know all the groups he's been in. Not a single one has ever had like a Google Calendar or like where he knows what's gonna be there for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Just show up this time, this day, and keep going. But that, yeah, I mean, if
Now he's gone.
you guys want him, we'll take Noel.
Are you gonna tell everybody what happened with him?
I mean, let's talk
He
about
slept
it. I mean,
with the manager's wife.
yes,
That's what happened.
but it
No,
turned out
I'm just kidding.
it turned out to be the manager in disguise. And it just created a whole other thing. And it got weird and awkward. So then, so he just left.
It got weird and awkward. It got complicated.
Yeah.
Don't sleep with members in your group, guys. It gets complicated.
Yeah, don't do that. It gets awkward or
Yeah.
feelings.
I gotta go, guys.
And what do you think Matt left the group? It got weird.
It got weird.
It got weird. Between him and Asad.
Somebody. What the hell?
No, see, the trumpet player is gone, and the vihuela player for our group.
Wait, him too?
Yeah, package deal.
2 for 1. So
No.
who's playing your vihuela now?
Me?
Your vihuela? Who's playing bass?
We've been having Marco help us out.
Ah, okay. That guy's funny.
Yeah, he's got a big old like I don't know how to say, like charisma. Just
He's reliable, dude.
yeah, he
good.
shows up and he
Yeah.
does the gigs and he'll help out.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't sing a lot,
Yeah.
but still sings more than
Wait.
the vihuela player before.
Really? Nuh-uh.
In
Then-
terms of solo songs, yeah, because the vihuela player, he would only ever sing actually 2 songs, Motivos and Gema.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. But he knows a lot, though.
That's it. But he knows all the words
Yeah.
to all the fucking songs.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't
And
want
the
to sing.
choros, too. He does good.
He does sing a lot of coros,
yeah.
so that would help out. But solo songs, he'll just sing 2.
It's because he's a trumpet player
Yeah,
at heart.
but that's the thing that was really annoying. He didn't want to play trumpet because, like, whatever. Like, he's like, I don't want to play trumpet anymore.
He's bored.
Yeah, because he's
Because
too
he's
good
so
at it.
fucking
Right?
good at it.
So he's like, I'll play vihuela. I'm like, okay, you can play vihuela. What you gonna do with vihuela? What Armonía players do is sing.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't want to sing either. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it was really annoying. Um, but now I'm singing a lot more, mostly because the trumpet player's not there. So
Yeah.
me and Jeannie are pretty much splitting all the singing.
Che cancionero or what?
Shit, I'm turning into one. I sang fucking what the fuck was it? Senora, Senora
Oh.
yesterday. Sang fucking Te solté la rienda. Sang a whole bunch of stuff that I hadn't or I've practiced before. I've heard them, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to sing it now.
Yeah.
So I've been learning a lot more songs.
Hmm.
So now I'm climbing up the ranks to the number one vihuela player in Austin, Texas.
Hell yeah.
Number one. Because I'm not a guitarron player anymore. I wonder who's number one now. Probably, I would say Steve Urrutia, but he's playing trumpet now.
Really?
Yeah, with Mexico Lindo.
I remember he used to tell me he's a trumpet player.
Yeah, that's what he started out as.
Yeah.
But not so now he's playing trumpet like basically full time.
He's got to get his chops back.
Yeah.
I've never seen Steve on trumpet.
Yo, you know who I saw yesterday? Well, not in person, but on pictures. JM.
Oh, really?
With Leo,
Oh, really?
but on guitar. Dude, does he play guitar?
He told me, yeah, he plays guitar.
He does?
He told me he did that recently. Actually, he put him on Vihuela, I think, for a gig. He does that.
Why?
Leo?
I mean, but like,
Oh,
can
JM?
he do a gig?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. More on guitar, though. Like, his chops on guitar are better because that's what he did. He's used to the pick so much.
Yeah. I don't know if he played guitar. Well, when did he start, or he's always played?
High school, he was the
Oh.
guitar player.
When did he start guitarron? Man?
I mean, he knew guitarron, but like his senior year, they moved him to guitar. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. I just never seen him play vihuela guitar. So I saw him
Guitar,
on
yeah. Like, his chops are better.
I saw him on a picture.
Sounded better than me this past week.
Oh,
I think everybody sounded better than me this past week. My wrist was like waking up. Like, what is going on? What is this movement that you're making?
Wait, was
And
the
then
song?
it's like, oh, I remember.
There's a song that you died
Echo de
on.
Noche.
You just died. I hear the vihuela. Like the viola just stops.
Yeah, like.
No, I just
I couldn't
started
do my
laughing.
tremolo anymore.
No, I was just laughing. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, everybody's looking over like, what's going on over there?
Your hand it stopped. Yeah.
It locked up, bro. It fucking locked up.
Yeah, you felt it tense up and just.
I was over there. I'm trying, but there was no noise coming out of the vihuela, and I'm like, what's going on?
You thought your vihuela was broken, or
I didn't turn it on.
you
It was turned
charged the
off. I kept
batteries?
turning. Yeah, I didn't charge it.
charged the batteries for your vihuela? That was.
I haven't been practicing because of work. I finished school and I started focusing on work more, and my daily job, and yeah, I just haven't been gigging. I guess I took a break since the holidays. The holidays hit, and I guess after Virgen I got burned out. So
Yeah,
stopped gigging, and I haven't even listened to mariachi music. Like, that's like the definition of burnout.
Yeah, you've been listening to some
So-
Kendrick Lamar.
No, Suicide Boys.
Really?
Yeah. Bangers.
Are those vinyls over there?
They are, yeah, they're Claire's.
Is that I can't tell what they are, but or who that is.
Lana.
Oh, that's Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
But no, so the last time we recorded was probably like September, I think.
Yeah.
Because Noel and I did an episode.
Oh, yeah. I was out. Dude, I was out for a while with this. That's how busy I've been.
Yeah, Matt was pretty busy.
Yeah, I
And
had school, and I got my daily job, and now mariachi. I had to take some time off from mariachi too. That's how busy I got, man.
you did, and people have spoken, Matt. Um,
They thought I quit. They thought there was some drama going on between us.
well, that's what we need to figure out. That's what this episode is. This episode is gonna be called
What the
"Why
fuck is going on?
Why Alex and Matt are breaking up."
Breaking up, bro. You're firing me.
Firing? No, well,
You're terminating me.
well,
The
if
technical term.
yeah, do you
You
have
get
any?
nervous. You're sweating now.
Do you have
That's it, ain't it?
any pink papers?
Damn. Pink papers.
You know, some pink slips.
Pink slip. I ain't trying to get rid of my cars. The fuck. The hell's
No.
going on here?
You're like, why am I here?
Where are my keys? I'm gonna hide them. Lock them up.
No, I feel, Matt, like you've been neglecting me, Matt.
Neglecting you.
Yeah, I feel like
Well,
you
don't feel so special,
you
big
don't-
boy. I've been doing that to everybody.
well,
That's my mom. Damn, that's fucked up.
oh, your mom and I are gonna start a
No.
podcast about you.
No, in all seriousness, I've just been so busy. I took off Sundays now from gigging because I've been working 24/7, no days off. The hashtag no days off. Sleep is for the weak. No, with my daily job, I picked up. I mean, the reason why I picked it up is for my career, right? That I'm currently building. I went back to school, but it's for something totally different. And I just wanted to build on it for to become an automotive technician. Long story short, with school, we weren't getting enough time in the shop for me to get that experience and to maximize my time in the shop. I applied for a job at a dealership here in North Austin, and so long story short, that's what I'm doing. I picked one up, and I've been trying to put in the time there just to get the experience and to build, that experience in the shop to make school go a lot easier as well. Like I said, at school, we weren't getting enough time in the shop. So when we do go in the shop at school, it'll be, papas.
Easy work.
Easy money.
Lightweight.
Easy work, yeah. Lightweight, yeah.
Lightweight.
And, I told Adolf, I'm going to need Sundays off because between this, my daily job and school, it's like basically three part-time jobs that I'm doing. And, it helped out a lot, especially with my grades. My grades, they got a lot better since I'd done that. This past semester was real good grade-wise. So I was more than happy with that. So yeah, I mean that's what it's been, and like I said, between me and Claire, both of us, we've been real busy. So that's why I've been out on the podcast game a little bit.
Okay, you're not fired.
Hell yeah.
No, it's because I looked at basically the analytics lately, and for some reason, like our episode shot up. Like people started listening. And I think it's because of the break, and people either had nothing to do or
Right.
they had time to catch up.
Yeah.
And our latest episodes are getting like a shitload of views.
Oh wow.
And I was like, what the fuck? Because for months these episodes were stagnant. Like honestly, our views were shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then this past month they just like shut up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, either people are wanting to hear more episodes or they're like finally catching up. But I was like, okay.
Or they were just glad that I dipped, so they started listening more. They're like, yes, Matt's gone.
They're
They're like, let's
they
listen.
just kept replaying the
They're
one
like,
of
this is
Noel.
way better. Music to my ears.
They're like, yeah, this Noel, who's this?
No, well.
That man, that episode was long. We recorded like 2 hours. And I think I cut some too. But are you gonna be doing school like Are you starting the new semester up or?
Yeah, yeah, new semester, and after this semester, the spring, I will be going for another year, and that's it. Like I get my degree, um, and that's all I need really to get done with that school already. You know, tired of
Mhm.
going to school. I've already gone for 5.5 years of my life. I remember my
Yeah, school
first day
sucks.
going back. I was like, why the hell am I doing this again? But
Yeah, school shitty.
yeah, but I love what I'm doing, dude. Like every day, it's a
Mhm.
badass. So it's definitely gonna be worth it. Because I went to school for so long, they're not giving me any more financial aid, so I have to pay for my classes now.
Oh, you already used all your hours.
I maxed out, and I totally forgot about it. So
Yeah.
like, yeah. So like the day that
That's,
the money was due, it was funny. The day that the money was due, I was stressing out because like I had to pay, and I was like,
I mean, you
and
could afford it though. You just were like,
I can
eh.
afford it, but I was like, damn, like I gotta make sure, like had to get my financial stuff straight with financial aid, and yeah, it was a long day, but that's that's what I did. Paid for my classes this semester, and I'll be paying from now on out. But it'll be worth it, you know.
Well, yeah, and that's also something for all of you that are doing financial aid to be aware of. That's not something they really tell you
No, they don't
or
tell you that.
or stress out
Yeah,
about, but I think it's what 180 hours at
150.
150.
Yeah, it's basically like they set you up for. Basically, it gives you room for 6 years, 6 full years of school.
Yeah,
That's what 12 semesters.
yeah,
Yeah, that's basically what they're giving you hours for. I went for 5.5 years, um, and yeah, that's basically what they're gonna be giving you
yeah.
money
But if you
for how
fail
that long.
or retake classes, it counts.
It counts. Yeah,
So yeah, don't fail or retake
it's
classes.
basically the government's way of saying like, hey, this you've been in school for way too long. Like, what the hell are you doing at this point? You know,
Yeah,
because
yes.
people take advantage, obviously.
It is. There are some ways around it. Like I was in the same problem because I went. It took me 6 years, so
Mm-hmm.
I was basically already capped. But if you fall, if your income's under a certain amount
Yeah.
and you're gonna graduate within that semester,
Yeah.
then I was still able to get my financial aid for my last year.
Right. You can just file an appeal too.
Yeah, you can
Is
do
that what?
appeals,
Yeah.
um,
Appeals.
but eventually they're just gonna cut you off.
Yeah. So yeah, don't do what I did. Get a full ass degree and then go to school again for something else.
Yeah, well, people choose, different things
Yeah. Everybody's situation is different, obviously, but
in their lives. That's why when I
yeah.
started engineering, I was like, I'm gonna do it. But it's with me, it's like whatever I say I'm gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it, no
Yeah.
matter how long it takes.
Mm-hmm. See, with me, like, I focused on mariachi a lot in my younger years, like when I first started
Yeah.
Texas State. And on top of that, like, I was way more motivated. Um, but my degree was different. It was pre-physical therapy, but I graduated with a degree of an exercise and sports science, more broad in pre-rehab. They changed it like halfway, like 2 years in. They
Hmm.
phased out my original degree, which changed like my clinicals and stuff, and it was different. That little change was a little bit different. So I guess I kind of like, in a way, lost that
Well,
drive. It was yeah. Um,
I think me being,
I like messed around too much in college.
yeah, all those late nights
Yeah, so
partying and
that caused my grades to go down, and retake classes.
I think being um, basically cut from M&G
Mm-hmm.
was
A
probably the best
blessing.
thing that happened to me in my college time because I didn't have to focus on M&G. I was like MLO in and out, and I
Mm-hmm.
did M&G for one summer in Albuquerque. But
Yeah.
MLO was a lot less demanding,
Mm-hmm.
and music was easier,
Right.
and I could sight read anything like this day of.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have to put so much energy. But I
Yeah.
remember being in MNG, it was just like every day,
Mm-hmm.
Lopez would email you, like, you upload this, and do we have these rehearsals and sectionals?
Yeah,
And
we have the rehearsals, the late night rehearsals.
yeah.
Those are a pain because you get out at like 10.
Yeah, we would have 3-hour master classes every week.
Yeah, that was tiring. Yeah, so it takes a lot out of you. I remember my freshman year at Texas State.
Hmm.
Our first performance actually was at, where was it? Was it Hayes County Barbecue or was that our second one? It was one of the first ones.
Well, I said it was a sec. I feel like our first one was
In
at the Capitol.
Yeah.
I think that was our first one.
Okay. Yeah. And then I guess our second one was the Hayes County Barbecue.
It was either Hayes County or the one where Joe Frank didn't show up.
I think that was later on actually.
That was later on.
I think so.
I know it was the first semester because I was still
First
in the car.
semester for sure. Yeah. Yeah, because you played bass on the guitar. You and Rolly
Yeah, I was playing the bass.
when our bass player wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was.
We
either
need to
Hayes
get
County.
him on to explain
Yeah,
what the
happened.
fuck happened.
Yeah, he's in San
I would
Antonio.
love that. Yeah, he's in town.
They gotta get him.
I would love to do that. I miss that guy.
Yeah, you're like, uy. Just say random
No
shit.
te rajes, Jalisco.
You would say that to
That was Joe
everything. We could be playing Caminos de Michoacán.
Ay, ay, ay.
We could play Correo de Monterrey.
And you look at his
Rajes
face,
Jalisco.
he's just boring ass face. But
Yeah.
it's like you hear it, you know it's him, but you look at him and you're trying to figure out who threw it, like who threw that grito. You never know.
Yeah. It was.
It's Joe Frank.
That
Anyways,
first year was hard.
it was fun. It was hard, but it was fun. Like I had a
Yeah.
great time. That was good. That was a fun group. The violin section was tight. Like it was.
Yeah.
Could I say not as heavy? Because we only had what 4 violins.
Yeah.
Or
We
was
had
it
like
6?
4 full time. We had 6
Full-time.
for the competition,
Oh, okay.
but like 4 that were
Yeah,
there.
it's crazy. 4 violins, but they were pretty tight.
Yeah. They're also all older, more experienced. Samuel was a freshman, but he was
Mhm.
really good.
Yeah.
He was a good violin player.
Samuel, I miss that guy too.
I haven't seen that guy in shit like probably 5 years or more or so.
Yeah.
Uh,
Good times, man. Good times. We're talking
It
about
is.
Texas State, obviously, because
Yeah,
we're
'cause-
reminiscing.
so we're there.
We're wearing our rings.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I'm
We
gonna,
just did a ring bump.
yeah.
If you guys heard it.
I'm getting a new one soon
What?
from UTRGV.
Oh, okay.
Dude, the rings from
What are the
UTRGV
the
are
road
pretty
runners?
badass.
What are they?
But-
Oh no, that's the UTSA.
It's UTSA. No, it's Vaqueros.
Vaqueros. Okay. Yeah.
Cowboys. The rings are pretty cool though.
Really? They're better than these? I always thought Texas States were dope.
I mean, Texas State are nice.
They're fire.
The problem with like the Texas State ones, it's a little too, in a way, generic when you look at like, I'm talking about the overall shape.
No,
It's-
no,
it's-
they're all the same, right?
Well, I'm
Even the
ta-
girls too.
But I'm saying like when you compare it to UT or A&M,
Mm-hmm.
this is what you expect a class ring in Texas to look like.
Okay.
Because most of them will have like the star
Yeah.
or like some decorations on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at UTRGVs, what's cool about them
Mm-hmm.
is since they switched their name just a couple years ago,
Mm-hmm.
they were before used to be called UTPA.
That's right. Yeah.
So they actually got the students to vote
Mm-hmm.
and design the rings so they look how they want them. And this is how they look.
Oh, what the dang!
They're like completely different. It looks like a shield.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
And
That's
they
different.
change depending on your college.
Oh shit! You're gonna be looking like you won the fucking Super Bowl with those things, dude.
Yeah.
You could be looking like your NBA champions walking around.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the other thing. I'm finally gonna start grad school, but this
Mhm.
was like 4 months of arguing with the UTRGV
Mm.
grad school
Oh, okay.
because my registration was just fucked up.
Yeah, yeah.
But I finally registered, and I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna die.
You
I think I'm
gonna
gonna
be a
start
doctor?
taking Sundays off. Nah. So I figured out what I want to do with the rest of my life.
What do you want to do?
I got it. I want to. Well, I'm gonna do grad school, right? And I'll finish spring 23, so in a year and a
Mhm.
half. And my grad degree is gonna be engineering management, which is a hybrid of business and industrial engineering. So I'll finish that, and I'm still at the job where I'm at. I'll be there for at least 5 years,
Mhm.
right? So by the time I'm 30, I have 5 to 6 years experience with my master's degree. And what I want to do is be a lean engineering consultant. Basically, an engineering consultant is someone that travels the country or the world to different businesses
Mhm.
and does workshops or clinics for that business for all the issues that they're hiring you for to fix.
Mhm.
And so, engineering consultant, depending on your references and your experience, you could charge up to like, let's say I'm there for a week, be like $10,000 for a
Hmm.
week, or like 20,000 for a month, or just depends how big the company is and how much
Yeah.
you value yourself. But I think in 5 years, want to basically save up much money as possible, be an engineering consultant, and kind of just travel, have a not so tied down schedule where I have to be in the office Monday through
Mhm.
Friday. I can travel just a couple times a year. Um, and if I do like 10 to 20 different consultants, different businesses throughout the year, can make like up to $100,000 just doing that, and just to have other free time. Because the other thing is I want to have, well, like family one day,
Yeah.
kids, wife and kids.
Mhm.
So I don't want to be working, every day, but by the time I'm, well, like forever.
Yeah.
So I want to basically these next 5 to 10 years kind of just put everything I got into it to
Mhm.
build myself up to that level where I could just be like, get called from a company, be like, hey, we'll give you $5,000 to come here for a week and fix our problems.
Hell yeah.
So I want to do that for a while. But then I was like, I don't want to keep doing that for the rest of my life, because
Hmm.
I'll do some investing, right?
Yeah.
Um, and then when I was at Azul Tequila Friday, because I really like engineering. I like what I do. The people at my company respect me, and even though I'm still an intern, I have a lot of responsibilities. I'm leading projects. There's workers that come to me, report to me.
Yeah.
Um, but when I was there at Azul Tequila, I was like, you guys are playing. Like, as for, what was that song? Serenata or Cielito Lindo Huasteco.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just for you, on y'all did it. And was chingon. And I was like, that's cool. And then I was like, I the for I wanted to study music. Like, music is something that I wanted to do, but I
Mhm.
chose engineering. When you broke it all down, basically money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make way more money as an engineer than as a music teacher. That's
Mhm.
just a fact. There's nothing you can do. That's just the way the system is set up.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like if I can build myself up to the point where I'm financially set and still do some consulting right through randomly throughout the year,
Mhm.
I think by the time I'm like 35, I would want to be a mariachi instructor,
Mhm.
like in some school district, maybe either in the valley or anywhere.
Mhm. And that's what the minor's for, right?
Yeah, so I got my minor in music and
Yeah.
took a lot of mariachi courses and classes. And I know theory very well. And I know if I study for the theory exam, I could pass it. Because you need to be certified in the state of Texas to
Mhm.
teach music. And also with the kids kind of situation too, I would kind of want to teach mariachi in that school district
Yeah.
and kind of have a similar schedule, have like summers off and stuff like that.
Right.
So I think in my later 30s, be a mariachi director and
Mhm.
just kind of chill.
Yeah.
So that's the rest of my life right there.
You got it all figured out, huh?
That's right. I just need to find a wife and kids.
They sell some at Target if you're
Oh,
looking.
yeah,
Yeah.
the inflatable ones.
Yeah. The inflatable one.
Oh man, that's the other thing. I need to also, set aside time for like friends or meeting people.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it just kind of everything falls, or everything happens, when it's supposed to.
That's what I said, dude. Just, go with the wind. Go with the flow.
Yeah, I mean, I have all those plans, all these years planned out, but it could
Yeah.
change. It could change tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I like having goals, and it's something to strive for.
That's everybody, dude. That's what it's about. You know? You don't got goals set for yourself, you ain't gonna
You just kind of
move anywhere, you know?
just wandering
Yeah.
around.
Like, I didn't think I was gonna be here this time last year. You know?
Yeah, this time last year, I was still living at the place in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
You had just graduated. You're kind of trying to figure out what you want to do with your life.
Yep.
And Claire was working at the school already, right?
Yeah, but yeah, she was.
And
She's known for forever what she's wanted to do. She knew she wanted to be a history teacher for a long ass time, and I was jealous of her. I was like,
you're like, how do you
looking
know?
at her all mean mugging and shit.
She's like, what? And you're just like,
What?
why do
She
you have
looked at me like, what, bitch? You want to fight?
and you're just like, why do you have your shit figured out? Fuck. Be like,
Yeah, man. Exactly.
she fell asleep, I think. Is she asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
Matt's dog
she's
just
fine.
kind of
She's passed out on Alexis.
pushed up against me and I can't move now because then she'll bite me.
Yeah, she's a very vicious dog. She's gonna bite you.
She looks
Right.
like it, and she comes to me with that tennis ball
Yeah.
and just puts it down, and
With her big eyes.
yeah, she's like, grab it. I'll
With
bite
her
your
butt wagging. With her tail wagging.
hand.
She's something else, man. I tell you. I feel bad sometimes.
Leave her here by
Because
herself.
we haven't had enough time to play with her.
Yeah, people keep telling me because I live alone, right? I live by myself. They're like, get a pet. I'm like, but I'm never there.
Yeah,
Pets,
that's the hard
They
part.
can be bored or die.
Damn.
If
Or
I'm,
die.
if I'm gone like 3 days out of the week,
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, that's true.
the
That's
pet will
very
die.
true. Well, you gotta leave them the big ass
or
jugs of
run
food
away.
and water for like whenever. Well, but you know what? Most of the time, most pets they don't eat when you're not home. Like her, she doesn't eat until me and Claire are both home. So like in the morning she'll eat when we're getting ready for work or leaving. And she's trying to hurry up and eat, especially if we're already getting dressed. She's like, "Oh shit, they're both here, and I'm hungry." She'll start eating faster. And then when we come home, that's when she'll start eating. Like literally, if Claire's here, I get home, I see her run to that bowl. She starts eating because she knows everything's all right. We're both good.
Yeah.
Like that's how they are. I don't know. I mean, that makes sense because when it comes to their lives, we're it. Like we are their lives. You know. That
Yeah,
and the
nice.
tennis ball.
That tennis ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think she would know if you replaced it with another tennis ball?
Yeah.
She would be all upset. Sad.
Yeah,
"Where's my
she's like,
tennis
"Where the fuck is my ball?"
ball?"
Yeah.
Dog's fine.
No, but she's a stealer, dude. She steals everybody's toys too. She hides them. She's mean to my mom's dog.
Oh, really?
Yep.
A tiny dog.
Mm-hmm. She's mean to her. She's like, "These are my toys now, bitch."
It's funny. But so you want to talk about the gigs yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah,
Um,
they were interesting. You met Jen, right?
I have a
You met
story
her?
about Jen.
Really?
Yeah. So
Have you met her before?
yes, I don't know if she recognized me that night. Did she?
Probably not. She's real bad with names. and
I think she
faces.
like vaguely well, I didn't have a beard back then, and when I met her, this was 2016.
Yeah.
So of almost, well, about 6 years ago, almost.
Yeah, it's a long time.
And it was not a good first time meeting.
Yeah, she's out there. Same here. Her
Yeah.
first impression of me is, she's a dick. She's like an asshole.
She is, but it was more like, I guess she thought I was an asshole.
That's true.
It's-
Same here.
Yeah. So, but then that was my only freaking
Also, I think she was
experience
drunk the first time we met, so
Uh-huh.
that didn't help.
That didn't help. No, well, it was really bad with me because she helped out one day with, this is when I was still with Alex,
Oh, okay.
so years back.
Yeah, I think she was playing still here in Austin.
Yeah, she was she helped us out. Veronica didn't go that time. Veronica's still in the group, and I was just upset because of Elsa. So Elsa,
She broke your heart.
yes. You know, I had a heart to heart with Elsa a few months ago, and we kind of worked everything out.
Okay.
So she finally understood why I was upset
Oh, okay.
at her,
Yeah.
because she never knew. You know, I never told her, but if I would have told her that time, she wouldn't have cared, or she wouldn't have seen it from my perspective.
Yeah.
But now, years later, we're both removed from the situation,
Right.
and I explained to her why I was so upset and what she did wrong. And then she said, she's like, oh, okay. She's like, I never saw it from your perspective. I didn't realize all the pressure I was putting on you. And she apologized and all this stuff. And I was like, that's cool. You know,
Yeah.
like, now you know why I was like that, why I was the way I was with you and Veronica. But either way, I was upset at her at this point. And I just didn't really want to talk to people. But I'm not a very social person to begin with, especially if it's like the first time meeting somebody.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, it's because
The way you looked at me the first time we met is like, who, like,
well,
the
because the
fuck
first
outta here.
time I saw you, I was like, what the fuck is this white boy with showing up with boots and a button-up shirt
yeah.
and a vihuela? I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, we in Central Texas. This is different from the Valley. I've seen no white boys with vihuela coming with cowboy boots and tight jeans and a belt. that was you.
I don't know why everybody got that impression of me. Because Noel told me about somebody who thought the same thing on Friday night, remember?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, why does everybody have this impression of me?
Because of you dress.
I wear my fucking boots. I like boots. I don't know. This is
But
Texas.
you're from the
God damn it.
country.
I'm not from the country.
You God's country.
I'm shut up.
No, she tried to talk to me. When we first, cause we all rode together in Alex's car. Well, it was me, Jen, and myself, and Alex.
That I bet was real interesting.
Yeah, it's because she said hi, or she was saying hi or whatever, and I wasn't ignoring her. I just will literally take a while to respond to somebody if I'm like lost in my own thoughts in my head.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of finish whatever I'm doing because I was loading up my stuff in the car.
Oh, yeah.
And she was saying hi, but she's a very impatient person. So
Yeah.
I didn't say hi back right away. And then she's also very blunt and just loud.
Very
So
blunt.
she just straight up, she told Alex, like, is he deaf?
Is he is he deaf? Or she'll
like-
probably tell you something like, or like, wait, you don't want to say hi, bitch, or something like that.
Yeah,
Something.
she was like that.
Yeah.
And so that's how our relationship started. That was the first time we met. She was like, this guy's deaf or just an asshole. And we only played together that weekend. It was that day and the next day. And never saw her again after that.
No.
That Friday was the first time I seen her. I didn't recognize her.
Yeah.
She looks very different from
Yeah.
when I first met her. And she turned to me
Yeah.
when I was screaming at you.
Yeah, you were yelling at me.
Yeah, because I was like, get off your phone. And she looked and she's like, why are you talking
Who
to
the
him?
fuck is this
'Cause
guy?
I wasn't dressed in my suit, right? I was just
Yeah.
regular clothes.
You're a civilian, Alexis.
Yes, I was in my alter ego. And
Clark Kent.
then she asked me if I play, and I was like, yeah, I play. And she's like, who? I said, Eugenio. And she's like, oh, yeah, I know Eugenio. And that was it.
She knows everybody who's in Austin. It's crazy.
Yeah, but she,
Dude, like last
Everyone.
night, going back to the gigs, we had a gig. It was her gig, actually.
did she play
For her
or
friends. She played.
Oh, shit.
So she was all in her traje and everything. And we showed up, and I parked in front of this house. It's downtown, mind you. Park in front of this house, and we're getting down, and she's like, "Hi," say hi to her, or whatever. And then this couple pulls into the house that I park in front of, and she's talking to them. She's like, "Hey, is this Fat Boy's house?" And she's like, "Yeah, this is Fat Boy's house. This is my husband. Like, how do you know him?" And she's like, "Yeah, I used to live with so and so, and I knew Fat Boy with it." I'm like, she literally knows everybody in Austin. Like, that's crazy. Like, I just happened to park in front of this house, and she knows this person.
She, yeah, she's a very social person.
Yeah.
She said one thing that's I don't even want to say it on here. But
She's crazy, dog. First time I met her, she was already talking shit. I think she was drunk. But Eli introduced me and Noel because she had never met us before. She's met Louis and Carlos. Saul was in the group at the time as well. And so she knew them, and she was talking to Noel, and we were on break, actually. So she was telling Noel, like, "Hey, why are you taking breaks? You don't deserve breaks," and shit like that. And Noel's like, "I don't know you. Like, why are you telling me this?"
yeah.
Like, he was telling me, like, I really don't like this lady. And
Mm-hmm.
she was talking to me, and she was asking me a bunch of questions, like, about actually if I had a girlfriend or something. And I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And actually, I think she probably wasn't talking to me because I answered like that. And she was like, "Oh, you? I don't give a fuck about you." I was talking about somebody else. And I'm like, damn, like, what the hell? Who is this chick?
Yeah.
So she was talking to me all like that the first time I met her. But yesterday she's actually a real nice person, and she just loves people, I think.
She is. I think she does that because it's like she wants you to know how she is, like just straight up from the beginning,
I
like
guess,
up
yeah.
front.
Yeah.
And in some ways, that's like commendable. Be like, all right, I'm not going to pretend to be somebody else just because it's the first time we met.
Yeah.
But it's also like kind of just rude. Like,
Yeah, she's
yeah, just go up to and start telling someone off.
yeah.
Just even though you're not like serious,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just also just common courtesy in a way.
Yeah.
But she also has kind of that like old school Austin mariachi mentality,
She does.
where it's like
Yeah.
I started this, or I was from like years ago, and you
Yeah.
should know who I am. I'm like, I figure you are.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, she played with us. She's pretty good for
She
not
plays well.
playing in a couple years.
She plays very well.
And she sings too.
Mhm.
She sings real well.
Yeah,
I like
she
her
is good.
style.
But hey, Adolf added a photo. You got the notification?
No,
You don't get notifications from Adolf. I don't know why you get notifications.
you're
from
my
Adolf.
boss.
Yeah.
Notified you?
No, it's just whenever he posts, I get notified.
Oh,
Because I don't know why.
I got kind of jealous. Oh yeah, let me show you some from your boss.
Oh, I didn't get a notification.
He liked my photo.
Maybe
I'm just kidding. Speaking of him,
Mr.
I haven't
John.
seen Genie in a long time. How's he doing?
He's been good. He's been chilling. He took 2 weeks off. From
Wow.
Christmas to New Year's.
Yeah. He went to his family's probably right in Mexico.
No, he actually stayed because he went to Mexico like in November.
Okay, I remember around this time he would go to his family's.
Usually he would go, but that's also because Oswaldo and Edgar would also go. So like the whole
Okay.
group was gone.
Okay.
But now it'll just be him. So
Yeah.
he doesn't go
Mhm.
during this time anymore.
Yeah.
But he's been good, just chilling.
He's still running the shop.
Yeah, he's still
He's still
out
got his
there.
shop in his garage.
Quickly just mention this. Shaq was in San Marcos yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where? Why? How?
So I have some friends, right? There's this crew that were Christian organization I was part of.
Yeah.
This girl, she posted on her story um, of a picture of her and Shaq.
Is it because of Yeah, I can't figure it out. Is his son going to Texas State? One of his kids.
No, she said he was there after the show. I don't know if he did a show
What
because he's a
show?
DJ. So he might have
Really?
done like a show at the Square at the Mark or something.
Wow.
Um, but she took a picture with him at Canes,
Wow.
and San Marcos. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I asked her, where is that? Or where's that photo? And she said at Canes in the parking lot. And I'm like, the one in San Marcos? She's like, yeah, he was
Wow.
there after the show.
Wow. That's
So,
crazy. San Marcos is on the map now.
yeah, Shaq was in.
Shaq was in fucking San Marcos.
And she's tiny, dude. She's like 5 feet tall.
Yeah, and imagine him.
He's like 7'2"?
He's huge, dude.
And it's just
And he's fat now, so he's even bigger.
Yeah, he got a little bit of. He's been working out. Well, I don't know recently.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he got big again. But yeah, that was just a thing to worth or to mention.
Wow.
Shaq was here.
Damn, dude.
Missed a chance. It was Friday night.
Yeah, I kind of do miss going over there, and I kind of don't.
Yeah, I mean the thing with being over here was you're over here now. So and everybody
Yeah.
else is down there.
Yeah, they are. But like I said, I was ready to get out of that area.
Well, you lived there your whole life too.
And I did, yeah. I lived there. It's definitely changed. And Kyle, like every time I go back, something's different. Like they built these new roads, or a building or two will go up every time I go over. San Marcos is still kind of the same, except more traffic.
Yeah, there's a QT now
QT in San Marcos?
in Kyle.
That's right, yeah.
Saw that. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Those are good. Those are badass gas stations.
Yeah.
I used to be on the road a lot with welding,
Oh,
and we would stop at the QTs all the time.
yeah. Their food's good.
Looking at me. She's like, who the fuck is here? What?
When is she gonna have babies?
Weird mama. That's what I'm saying. She's already
Sell the babies.
Sell
Sell the puppies.
21 years old in human years.
You could make.
She's ready to have a family.
If she has 8 puppies, she can make almost like 20 grand.
Yeah.
No, much
I'm gonna mention that to Claire right now. Look, she's ready. What? You ready to play? What? Who's a good girl? Say something. Who's a good girl?
Speak. Does she speak?
Speak.
She don't speak.
That was her. Watch. Ready? What?
She's getting upset because Matt's biting a tennis ball.
She gets mad, dude. She's something else, man. She doesn't, whenever I'm practicing in my vihuela, she doesn't get scared or nothing, really. I mean, she'll just lay down, she'll listen to it, but my other dog, I had a dog years ago, actually, when I was maybe in middle school. She hated it. Like, I'd be playing and she'd be, like, it hurt her ears or something. She looked a lot like Ivy, but she was a lowrider dog. She was a Dachshund.
No. I only ever had. Well, I had 2 dogs, but first one ran away. Second one died when I was a junior in high school.
No.
It was a boy. He was 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sucked. Then I haven't had a dog since then.
Yeah. Dude, the dog that I had years ago when I was in middle school, she recently died. She was 18 years old.
Damn, that's old dog.
She was old. That's what? How many years? Like At least 100, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably more. But she's still running around and
No, I don't. I'm pretty sure she
just laying there.
wasn't. Right. But
I have a friend who has a dog that I think this dog had like glaucoma or something, and
oh no.
only has one eye now.
Oh man.
But the dog's teeth kind of stick out a little bit.
Do I know this dog?
No,
Sounds very familiar.
no,
No, are you sure?
yeah, well, this friend's from the valley.
I still feel like I know this dog. I've met a dog with one eye before, and with the teeth just like that. It's funny.
Unless it's yeah, no,
No, I probably don't
That's-
know.
But I was telling him that his dog looks like Buck
Buck from where?
from Ice Age.
Bro.
But he does. If you look at the dog looks like this. So if you guys have seen Ice Age 3, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, yeah, Ivy's
She's
going
getting
crazy.
mad at me.
That's what he looks like. But
Dude, that's you'll need to put an eye patch on him for Halloween.
So
Make
I
him
told
look with a knife in his hand.
no, but so yesterday we almost got shot. So
oh shit!
if you're doing gigs, right, and you're traveling to the middle of nowhere, in
Be
the
careful.
country land,
Yeah, don't just
Um,
show up to somebody's house.
people will shoot you.
People will shoot you.
We couldn't see the numbers, right, and it was just like kind of these country roads. So it was just long driveways, and nowhere did it look like there was a party going on. So we went into this one house, and Jeannie fucking drove all the way like in, and then past the house, and then into some other land next to him, and so this big old tall white guy comes out like angry, like mad, like getting ready to shoot, right? And he's like, he's just says like, "Can I help you?" And Jeannie's trying to speak English. Right? His English ain't very good.
Kai's like, come on, guys.
And he's like, "Oh, Matt Salcedo."
Bro.
No, he says, we're trying to look for so we're a mariachi band. We're looking for a house, and he's like, next door. I don't even know like if it's next door or not. I just want to out.
Yeah.
And then Eugenio Genie's like, oh, he's like, okay, thank you. He's like, no, leave.
Wow.
He's just like, go, like leave. I'm like, what? You got chill. I'm like, we're just lost.
Yeah. Did Jarrett get scared?
So Jarek wasn't with us. He was driving his own car.
Oh, okay.
We got there first.
Oh,
And
okay.
we went over, and I saw him pulling into that same house.
Oh shit.
And I called him, and this dumbass didn't answer.
Yeah, to warn him.
Yeah, to tell him, hey, leave.
Don't do that. Leave.
You're
you were
gonna
saying the same thing. Go.
you're probably gonna get shot. But apparently, the guy was all nice to them.
Wow. Because he was white.
Probably because Jarek was, was the stupid long hippie hair.
Hey man.
He was like, hey, you know where the
what's up,
party's
man?
at? I'm a mariachi.
What's up, man? I'm a mariachi.
His green eyes. But no, the guy was like, yeah, are you guys with the mariachis? And Jarek's like, yeah. And he's like, it's next door.
Wow. Yeah.
And we're like, fuck. But
Was Jeannie scared?
no, I wasn't scared. It's just be like, oh, this guy's dick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's something you'll come across if you're out here in the middle of nowhere, Texas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Know where you're going. And then we had a couple more gigs. Last one was a 2-hour gig. We had this new trumpet player come, but so Jeannie had to pick him up in Bryan, Texas. You know where Bryan, Texas is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Freaking over by College Station.
Yeah.
Because some guy was
That's
supposed to drop
horrible.
him off in Austin, but the guy couldn't
Yeah.
last minute. So Jeannie had to Saturday morning go drive to Bryan and then come back and then go to the gigs. Then we had a gig in Jarrell
Fuck.
You're freaking all over the place.
Yeah.
So, we we only had like 6 hours.
Only 6.
It was only 6.
With our lousy 2 hours.
You're, you're
3 hours.
3 hours. No, well, I say it was only 6 because we only had 6 for the whole weekend.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like, we didn't have anything Friday and we have nothing today.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's kind of slow.
Yeah.
Oh, well. But, there's a new podcast now
I heard.
with, what do they call it? Callejon Mariachero.
Right.
It's with Rudy, Miguel.
Rudy.
Miguel, that's the
Rudy.
guy's name. I couldn't remember his name, but yeah, it's Miguel. And
Ah,
this
okay.
kid, Ernie from Roma, Ernesto.
Hmm.
Have you listened to it?
Nope.
I listened to the first episode. It was good. They talked about something funny, and we never talked about it on here,
Mm-hmm.
but it has to do with compadres.
Really?
Because they talked about mariachi compadres. They talked about Genie and Nasael.
Mm.
And it was the funniest shit. And I'm going to read the same story. So if you guys have heard that, it's too bad. But it's just a really funny story. Because it was Miguel and Rudy who Eugenio called them to help out for a funeral. But it was in a funeral home, right, for the viewing. This dumbass Rudy, right? They go, they're in the parking lot, and then Rudy gets out the car and screaming at Jeannie. He's like, "Is it a surprise?"
A funeral? A surprise?
Yeah. And then Eugenio's like, "Es un velorio. It's a viewing." And then Rudy's like, "So is it a surprise?" Eugenio was like, didn't know what to say. And then Rudy was like, "Oh, wait, it's a funeral." He realized what he was asking. It's just because Jarek's done a similar thing.
He has, yeah.
Jarek, one time we were at a mass, and he never got inside. We were inside already ready to start, and Eugenio calls him, and Jarek's like, "I don't know if it was a surprise."
So
It's
you're
a
chilling
fucking
the whole
mass.
time.
It's a church mass. Who are you gonna surprise? God? Just
Surprise God.
just sneak into the church.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. Yeah. So they have a new podcast. They've only done one episode from what I know, because they all went on break. But they're gonna come back in January.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have like an Instagram or anything though.
No.
No.
Collab?
Shit, yeah, it could. They should get stuff out there though, because I think
We have yet to collab with Charro Beans.
It's been a while. I haven't. Well, I mean,
we need to
I don't
get with
follow
them
so-
since that whole mix-up.
Yeah, we need a.
Apologize.
Well, I don't know about
No,
that.
we need to get them to apologize.
Yeah, we need to get them to apologize.
Because, like, Sammy, what the fuck?
Because that was a little fucked up. Sam.
We got to figure out what the fuck happened there.
Yeah.
I remember I was in Tennessee and saw all these
Yeah.
stories. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And then you're with Yadira.
That was Yadira was there. She was like, yeah, Charro Beans. Get them.
She started sharing
her
all
mind.
the memes. Yeah, I wonder who. Somebody's got to have those memes saved somewhere.
I never saved
Well, I mean,
them.
well, I mean Sammy would have them, but
Right?
somebody's got to have them. I didn't save any of them.
Me neither.
I should have saved them.
Well, maybe I did. Let me check. I don't know.
Oh, man, if y'all missed out on those memes, y'all missed out. Yo, when they photoshopped their faces on our logo.
They were hurt. You gotta know that they were hurt.
on our logo, I was like, damn.
Damn.
That was funny. Oh, ironically, Eugenio has a granddaughter and lives in Dallas. And she just got married. So he was asking me if I know any mariachis from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know anybody. I honestly completely forgot Sammy was over there. But like I don't know like numbers or personally. It's been years since I've played over there. But he asked Ivan. And Ivan told him, yeah, there's this group called Mariachi Allende from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And Eugenio hired Mariachi Allende, and Sammy
Wow.
and Victor were there
Wow.
at the gig at
Mm-hmm.
his granddaughter's wedding.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what are the odds of that? But fucking Genie, he got confused because I told him, oh, yeah, I know who those guys are. He asked the manager of the group about me, but I don't know the manager. I mean, we just know Sammy and Victor.
Mm-hmm.
So the manager's like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you asked the wrong people. But he hired Mariachi Allende to play it there. So Charro Beans played at my boss's granddaughter's wedding.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's a small world.
Yeah. Small world. In the mariachi world.
Yeah.
It is a kind of a small world, but in a way it's still big.
You know everybody. I played in the Valley.
We need to go make it out to the LA scene.
Oh, that's a whole nother market.
Mm-hmm.
Someday, I had dreams of moving to California,
Everybody did.
playing there.
I'm gonna go pro. And then move to California and go pro.
And just sit on the corner of Boyle Heights and beg for mariachi work.
Mm-hmm.
No, horrible.
That's how it is.
Sounds shitty.
Let's
That's
do
it.
it.
You
Let's
down?
drop our lives right now.
You down?
And we're gonna go
over there?
pro.
Let's do it. I got nothing.
You don't sound confident.
I don't think it will
committed.
work, but we could do it. I don't think we're gonna make much money. I think we're probably gonna end up homeless and have to sell our instruments, but we could do it.
Dude, I've sold an instrument and that money was gone like within 2 days.
Oh,
I
that
was like,
reminds me.
hell yeah! Like I got money and then
Yeah, I found
Bills.
my vihuela. So years
the
ago,
fuck you mean you're finding everywhere?
I'll explain this. Years ago, I sold a vihuela to Sammy,
Uh-huh.
right? My Ruben Morales.
The green one,
No,
the red one,
yeah, it's kind of
cherry.
The
Candy
you,
apple
you
red.
mean the back? No, like the Ferrari.
Ferrari, purple, the purple one. Yeah.
No, that was Stevie.
Oh,
Did you ever see
I'm just
Esteban Urrutia, who
Yeah.
got his guitarron painted green?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's funny. When he showed me, I was like, "It looks
Ew.
it looks interesting." But I'm like, I wouldn't get it that color, but that's the color he wanted.
Yeah.
He got it green.
It's his favorite color, probably.
Yeah, probably. But no, years ago, 2019, I sold my vihuela to Sammy. And man, that was a nice vihuela. It was like 80s, 90s Morales, Ruben. But I was moving to the valley at that time, and I had like 6 vihuelas. I was like, fuck it, I'll just sell this one. Before me, that belonged to Crespo.
Mm-hmm.
Before Crespo, it belonged to Carlton.
Okay.
Before Carlton, I don't know.
Mhm.
But so I sold it to Sammy, and then I went to the Vargas jam session
Yeah.
for Extravaganza. And I was there. I didn't have any instrument with me. I was with Noel and people from UT. So I was just kind of just sitting there chilling. And there's this kid who I played with once, or maybe twice. He was in Brooks' group.
Okay.
Helped him out like years ago. I'm probably talking like 2017, 2018, or around that time. And he looks at me. He sees me. And then he's like, hey. And he holds up a vihuela. And it's the vihuela I sold to Sammy.
Like that. Is it like that meme where they're just holding like a boombox over there?
Yeah. He was like, hey, look. And I was like, what the fuck? That's my vihuela. Because the gig I did with him, I used that vihuela
Mm-hmm.
like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I was like, how
That's
the
where
fuck
he
you get
wanted
that? And then he said, I bought it from Sammy. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Ease, bitch."
Everybody be buying from Sammy these days. He's like he's the hookup.
I played
He's
on
the
a
plug.
zombie. I played on Zombies Vihuela once.
Me too.
I didn't really like it.
Me neither.
I kind of liked it.
I kind of liked it too.
No, I played on the one that was Hermanos Mora, and it had like zombie carved in there.
Yeah, yeah.
It was okay. There was when I was playing in Dallas, some guy had it,
Mm-hmm.
and I just tried it out, and I was like,
Yeah.
I see why he sold it.
Yeah. He does that. He's been selling a bunch of no names too.
Yo, he hasn't uploaded a video on YouTube
I
in
know.
years.
I know.
Everybody would go to
He
him.
looks very different
Yeah,
when he performed at that festival in LA. They just had, what is it? The Cecilia? Is that the
yeah.
one?
When was it? November or something?
He looks
like
very different now.
that? Yeah.
Little fluffy.
Did, but didn't he get like hair implants or something? Or,
Yes.
so
Yeah, he stopped wearing hats.
yeah, he would always wear hats,
So he can show off his
and now you see the hairline.
money. Yeah, he's got a hairline.
But I played in the Valley
When?
on New Year's.
New Year's?
I played on the day on Thursday, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
It was shitty.
Really?
It's just the pay, man. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was more than before,
Mm-hmm.
but still, I was about 55 the hour
Mm-hmm.
and like 30 for a serenade.
Really?
And I was just like, well, I mean, I wasn't gonna do anything.
Yeah, that's trash. People are paying like $100 an hour over here now.
There's a group I know plays they pay 80 minimum, but they're also 4-piece, huh?
Oh, okay.
Nah,
That's over there in the
usually
valley.
4-piece. In the Valley, it's bad. The pay.
Don't go there, guys.
If you have dreams of being professional mariachi and live off of mariachi, and you live in the Valley,
Don't do it.
ooh,
It's not worth it.
you got to work 7 days a week, minimum.
Yep, minimum.
And if you can work 8 days a week, do it. But at least 7.
That math is atrocious.
That's what it likes to be. That's what it's like to be a mariachi in the Valley. That's what it feels like. On Thursday when I played, I ran into this guy I know. He follows the podcast.
Oh, yeah?
He's about our age. Well, he's like 22 or maybe 23, something like that.
That math is atrocious.
I said about
Our age is
Stop
25.
biting. Huh?
Muchacha.
I said about approximate. You're the one who failed math. No, that was me. That's funny. I tell the engineers too at work sometimes. I'm like, I failed college algebra in college. I mean, I retook it and passed it, but I failed.
I failed high school algebra in college.
I actually got it first time. I failed it twice, and I took physics 3 times.
Physics 3 times? Physics is hard, yeah. I failed OChem. I took it twice. I got a 30 the first time I took OChem.
That's pretty good. What was the grading scale?
A C is what you needed to pass.
But what was the C?
70, the same.
Oh, they didn't adjust the grading scale?
You know what? I think they did, but I just blocked it out because those 2 semesters were traumatizing. And I chose not to remember that at all. Like OChem, why would you ever take that? That was part of the reason too. When they changed my degree, I had to take all these classes that I don't need for what I wanted to do. And like I said, I just lost that drive. Like, fucking terrible. Why? How am I gonna use OChem for healing people? You know. That's why I said, fuck this. I'm gonna go fix up cars for a living, dog.
Yeah. For people and their back problems.
Yeah, like, why do you need OChem? You know, what is this? I got a jaw, fucking.
You gotta make sure their pH is balanced in there.
I guess
inside their bodies.
We didn't even go into that. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do stoichiometry to figure out why your fucking back is hurting.
Yes.
Yes.
No, this guy he follows a podcast and he started listening to the new series that I made.
Oh, okay.
So that series has gotten a lot of people interested because I'm just speaking basically openly about this is what you actually make as a mariachi.
Yeah.
These are the expenses that come to it. If you want to do this, these are the things that you're gonna have to deal with and do.
Mm-hmm.
And he started saying, he was like, he never thought about it. He never thought about all the money. Like, where's it going?
Yeah.
Because he plays basically every day down there. He does mariachi full time. That's all he does.
Okay.
And then he was like, after he heard those couple episodes I made, he was like, I've never thought about it before, but yeah, I make a lot of money. If you work every day in the valley, and if you're with the right group, you can make a lot. You're just gonna have to work a lot,
Yeah.
even more than here. But he was saying how it's just all the money was gone, or he never kept track of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I already recorded another episode for that series. I just need to edit it, upload
Okay.
it. But yeah, that's something people have messaged me. There's a guy who messaged me about um, if it was all right with me, if he could share my videos in a mariachi director's page, so they can show it to their students. And I was like, yeah, well, that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
It's for those kids, the high school kids that are starting to do gigs.
Yeah.
'Cause like, imagine you started playing some gigs in high school, right?
Yeah. Middle school.
Did you ever think on how to manage that money?
No, not how to manage. No.
Yeah.
You just think like, oh, I'm getting paid for this. It's fucking money. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
let's do this. You know.
Yeah. I mean, imagine a 15-year-old kid now getting, let's say on the low end, $300 a week.
Yeah.
And this kid is most likely not going to have any bills,
Nope.
is not going to have a job, basically, or besides the mariachi.
Yeah.
So
You got
what
gas
do you-
money though, and you
Yeah.
got money to go out and eat.
But what do you do with $300 a week?
Gas money, go out and eat, dates if you have a girlfriend,
And then it's all
well,
gone.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
But it doesn't cost
You go
$300 a week. Well, it shouldn't cost
It doesn't.
$300 a week.
No, it doesn't.
But these kids are going to use it all. They're going to use those 300.
Buy shit. You can buy shit
You
like
can buy a fucking
games or
iPad or a new MacBook in a month with
Mhm.
all that money because you have nothing else to spend it on.
nope.
But you got to be smarter than that.
Yeah.
You got to realize,
But at that age, you don't give a shit, dude.
yeah, you don't.
You really don't.
And there's nobody to teach it to you because these older guys, I mean, a lot of them are also bad with money. That's why a lot of mariachis live basically week to week.
Yeah. Check to check.
Is you get so much money so quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and you know you're gonna get more next week.
Yeah.
So you're like, and that's kind of sometimes how I would think. I'd be like, man, I've spent so much, I'm low my bank account, but I know next week I'm gonna make at least 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, let me buy this, and I'll just make it next week.
Yeah.
And I do, and I would.
Yeah.
But that was like in the video. Like I was serious when I said I made 175,000, and I had $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like where'd all the money go?
But let me ask you
Spent it.
this: living week to week, check to check, or whatever,
Mhm.
you're thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna get this money next week."
Mm-hmm.
Does that make you? Does that motivate you to work, like hustle? You know, whenever you're at work, like really want to do well at your job, or is it just like your passion, like you want to do it? You know, just be good at it. Or
You're
is
talking
it a
about just
combination?
mariachi?
Yeah, or anything really. Does that
Yeah.
living check to check?
Mm-hmm. Well, if you
Keep
live in
that
check
drive.
to check, I mean, basically it's because you have to.
You have to.
You have to. It's not. You can't really do anything about it. Depending on an individual's situation, because if you're living check to check, either one of two things: you get paid shitty,
Mm-hmm.
and you still have to pay for your own living,
Or you're
Or you
paying way
paid
too
well.
much,
but you're spending it all.
spending too much.
Yeah.
What I mean is like, because I've done that, and I'm like, you know, you gotta hustle at work more, you know. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I've had so much money,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I don't even need to work. Like I don't gotta go in, and I can take all these days off, and
Yeah.
I'll be fucking good.
Yeah. You get that
I
mentality.
feel like that drive kind of leaves, you know.
It does. That's why I think it's important to have goals.
goals and
Mm.
passions. Like, you gotta like what you do, guys.
Yeah. There was a time during all these years of playing, I was still in my undergrad, right, where I had amassed close to 10,000 in my savings,
Mm-hmm.
right, and I was like, that's pretty good. And
Yeah.
it was supposed to build from there. I had to set a plan. I was gonna have this amount of money by next year, and I had nothing close to that because I started kind of losing sight of that, losing sight of the goals, the sight of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I spent most of it, and then I was never in a situation. Well, not not after 2016, where I was like, shit. If I don't work, then I don't eat, or I don't have gas, or
Mm-hmm.
I can't pay my bills. I was always able to be sure that I could pay whatever I had to pay.
Yeah.
But when you make so much, I would do that, especially around December or the busy months where it's like when with you guys where you were so busy in May, right? I'm sure there's times where you'd be like, I'm not gonna do this gig, or you just call somebody and be like, hey, go do this gig.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it. I'll do that. I'll start giving gigs away just because I'm like, I don't want to do it. I
Yeah.
already have all the money that I need. So, I mean, you got to balance what you want to do and why you're doing it,
Yeah.
or else it becomes like anything else, and you just do it because you have to.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start doing something because you have to, it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like imagine if you just felt like, I have to take care of Ivy.
Yep. Look at her. I think she needs to go to the bathroom, Loki.
Or
I gotta take her pretty soon.
she keeps staring at the outside.
Yeah.
Well, you want to take her or take a break, or you want to call it?
I mean, it's been what? Oh, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we had a good comeback.
It's been a long fucking time, dude.
It's been since fucking September.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to, upload more, and at least, I don't know, a couple times a month, because I am starting grad school again. I'm probably gonna have to do the same thing and take Sundays off.
Yeah.
The same thing as that you do.
That's what I did. It's helped a lot, dude.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You miss out on money, and you see it more because it's on the calendar.
Yeah.
You can count the money you're
I can
missing.
literally count the fucking money. It tells you dollar for dollar what you're gonna make.
Yeah, and you're just like, fuck. And that's where you have to think. You have to be like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
It is. You have to take breaks.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna be full time mariachi, you got to realize that's basically a 24/7 job
Yeah.
every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna try to upload more. There's a a quick thing I want to say. I don't think I've said it on here, but I'm gonna hang out with somebody later. She's Vietnamese,
Oh yeah.
and when I first met her, this is in Texas State. The story is really funny. I'll tell it quickly, but when I first met her English isn't very good because she moved here in 2015.
Oh okay.
So it's kind of difficult to communicate sometimes because I don't understand her and she don't understand me.
Yeah.
But I asked her at that time, like, what do you do for work? Right, and I knew she's Vietnamese. She's like, I do nails at the mall.
Oh wow.
And I was in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's the most stereotypical thing you could do.
I know. As yeah.
And then I quickly realized I'm Mexican and I'm a
And I
mariachi.
play mariachi. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
That's
shit.
why I'm white and I play mariachi.
You are
I
not
like
white.
to fucking confuse the fuck out of people.
Yes, and your colored eyes and your country accent.
Yep. White complected, sorry.
White complected. You freak. But yeah, we're both pretty stereotypical. But I'll see you later. Okay. Well, we're gonna go because that dog's gonna explode.
She's gonna explode. She's gonna implode.
Implode. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Peace out. See you next year.
Mariachi Sagas. Los Mariachi Sagas. Who lives in a panamon in the sea? Los Mariachi Sagas. Who lives in a panamon in the sea? Los Mariachi Sagas.